Hello everyone, welcome to the lesson of 3D modeling. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to model a simple object, a table. So this is your scene, as you can see. Now what I'm going to start is to go to your toolbar and choose create, and you want to go to select cube. Now as you can see right here, it's telling you to create a space, a base. Now, here's the base, and he's telling you to drag. So what it does is that it's telling you to create how big the cube is. So let's do that again. Create polygon primitives, and you're gonna select the cube. Drag it to create how big the base is, and drag it again to create how high the space you want it to be. So say this is the size that you want. Now press 5 so it will turn to the shading mode, and what we're going to do is create the table. So press R. Now you can scale it, and remember, once you scale it, if you press the center, it will scale the size as it is. But once you scale the singular directions, it will be the singular directions. Green, it goes the green direction, and blue does the blue direction, and red does the red direction. Once you have that, you can sort of scale into the size of the table that you want. Then we're gonna create the legs for the table. So I want you to go to create again, polygon primitives, cube. We're gonna take another cube, and we're gonna create another base of the cube, and we're gonna drag it again, just like the way it is. Now if this size is not what you want, of course you can press and scale it. Okay, now go to your 4 view. You can either press space button, or you can control by here. So press this one is the same as space. Okay, now remember, when you can go once you put your mouse on the side and click space, it will go to the side view, and once you click the space again, it goes to the full 4 views windows. Once you put your mouse on the top view window and press space, it will show you the top view of your object. Now as you can see from the top view, our leg is a little bit too small, so you want to change the direction. You press W, and then you just simply move it to the place you want, and then you go scale. This time I want you to be really careful. I think that's about it. Okay, now go back to the 4 view. As you can see from the front view, that it's not in this position. Well, you can also see on the perspective view as well. Okay, so you need to move that down and down. Okay, now if you think this leg is too long, you just simply scale it. Now let's just move to the perspective view. I think it will be, sometimes this is a little bit easier to look at it in the perspective view, but sometimes it's easier to look at the 4 views. Depends on you. If you want the exact side, front side or top, you go to the windows, particular windows. But if you want the perspective view, It can also work, depends on your habit. Now this lake is a little too thick. I'm gonna have to make it a little thinner, like this. Now, when it's done, you move it right here. It will right attach to where you want to go. I think this is about it. Now, how do we create another one? Do we just go to cube again? The answer is no, you don't have to. Delete that. Remember, we have something called Control D, duplicate. So if you press Control D and drag it out, it duplicates. Okay. Now I'm not sure if this is the symmetrical. So I'm gonna have to go to the side view to decide whether. Okay. Let me just do this. You see this line right here? Let me just put the object to match the center so that each side can be perfectly symmetrical like this. Okay. This thing is a little bit here. Okay. Now I want you to go back to the top view. Now click on one lake and press Shift and click the other one. Now it will select both of them. Once you select both of them, you go again, Control D. Now you drag it out. You can see that the four legs just sticks out, and you're just gonna have to move it where you want it to be. When you go to the perspective view, you can see we've got a piece of table right here. Now this one is a little too thick. I want it to be a little thinner. So you can always scale it any way you want. Now we got a table. Now, if you want to do a little more fun, you can always click on this and you press duplicate again, Control D, and you put this one down. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to this view so that it will make sure the line goes exactly horizontal. Okay, like that. Yeah, should be fine. Now I'm just gonna have to move this one over, and if it's not long enough, you can scale it and do this again. Now when you go to here, if you want, you can go Control D, duplicate again, and you drag this one out. Just put it right here where it was. Okay.